Namaskar. In this lesson, we are going to study about consequences of migration. Migration in India is not new, and historical accounts show that people have moved in search of work in response to environmental shocks and stresses to escape religious persecution and political conflict. However, improved communications, transport networks, conflicts over natural resources and new economic opportunities have created unprecedented levels of mobility. Although significant in recent years, growth has been unequal in India, characterized by industry in developed states such as Gujarat, Maharashtra and Punjab drawing labour from agriculturally backward and poor regions such as eastern Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, southern Madhya Pradesh, western Orissa and southern Rajasthan. High productivity agricultural areas continue to be important destinations, but rural urban migration is the fastest growing type of migration as more migrants choose to work in better paying non-farm occupations in urban areas and industrial zones. Migration is an important feature of human civilization. It reflects human endeavour to survive in the most testing conditions, both natural and man-made. Migration in India is in existence historically, but in the context of neoliberal globalization assumes special significance for trade unions and civil society. In the last 200 years, the pace of human migration has increased as industrial development has been increasingly concentrated in locations which enjoyed specific economic or physical advantage. Migration has had and continues to have a major impact on human societies. The effects of migration are seen in both the societies that people live, they are called as sending societies, and those in which they settle, and they are called as receiving societies. These societies are not always countries or nations. People may, for instance, move from a rural society such as a village to an urban one such as a city within the same country. The impacts of these internal moves may be as serious for villages as international movements are for nations. The impacts of migration are now so important that an academic discipline has developed around the study of human movement. Those who study migration distinguish between different consequences of human movement. They distinguish between the consequences for the societies which migrants leave and those in which they settle. This can be done by calculating the costs and benefits for both the sending and the receiving societies. This is quite a complicated calculation because to establish the true impact of any movement, one must calculate both the social costs and benefits and economic costs and benefits. The following aspects are highlighted in this lesson: magnitude of migration, economic consequences of migration, demographic consequences of migration, social consequences of migration, environmental consequences of migration, health consequences of migration and the political consequences of migration.